weather's definitely getting hotter. You should see all the signs of stores are saying air conditioners, fans, all sold out. Everybody bracing for another heat wave, I guess. And what was going on today? I thought this was kind of interesting. This one here says, 2 pilots clinging to packages Boeing 737 wreckage rescued from waters off Hawaii. And what happened? It says 2 pilots told air traffic controllers that their engine had cut out and they needed help moments before crashing their cargo plane into the Pacific Ocean off Hawaii on Friday. It doesn't look good out there, one of the pilots said before the Boeing 737 broke apart as it entered the water. So no one was hurt, fortunately, by the sounds of it. But just in reading this, it just makes you think of, I guess, the double standard in terms of things like safety in the air. This one says, very good safety record. The FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board will investigate. The NTSB said in a tweet that it will send a team of 10 investigators. The Boeing 737 first flew in the late 1960s and is the most popular airline plane still in production. Over the years, about 200 737s have been destroyed in crashes and several hundred others have been involved in less serious accidents and incidents, according to the Aviation Safety Network database. For a jet that has been in production for so long and is being used so extensively, 203 hull loss accidents can be considered very good safety record, said Harold Ranter, who runs the database. Ultimately, that's what it should be about. Look at the data, see what I guess the accident rates and stuff are, but in this case, it's huge airplanes, they crash, there have been deaths and all that, but you're willing to give it, I guess, like the benefit of the doubt. Whereas when it comes to something tiny, like say a small micro drone or people flying on a model aircraft have been doing it for years, people don't consider that. It's just, oh, they're dangerous, what ifs? And with that thought, in terms of, I guess, a lot of people just classifying any type of drone as something super dangerous, even small ones, this one was kind of interesting, which kind of brings up that point where I mentioned again, most of things like regulations are really lazy. Here, it says J&K after Rajouri, Kathua district bans drones. The Kathua district administration has imposed restrictions on the use of drones and flying objects in the aftermath of a twin blast by airdrop explosives on the Air Force Station. It's been observed that the anti-national elements may use drones and flying objects to cause damage, injury, and risk to human lives in certain parts of UT of J&K. Here you can clearly say their solution is to say ban them all. It says officials said that in the current situation, to avoid any confusion and to secure the aerial space near the vital installations and highly populated areas, it is rational and expedient to regulate the use of any drone, small flying toys or objects to eliminate risk of injury to life and property. A ban is imposed on the use of any drone or small flying objects, flying toys in the district, and the drones operating in Kathua district needs to be registered with the ACR SDM at the DM Kathua. As well, it says no drones shall be flown after sunset and before sunrise, I guess, in those areas there. So it is within that district only to my understanding, but in this case, again, it's ban everything, even if it's a toy. Most people won't care because it doesn't affect them, but in a nutshell, that's basically how a lot of regulations are, I guess, worldwide. It's over the top, there's no real classification or distinction between, like, say, a toy and a military drone per se. To me, if it's entirely about a safety issue, like in this case, there has to be some consistency. Like with the first story, if you say, let's base it on the data, don't overreact, then you kind of have to do it the same thing too. Like with things like drones and all that, in my opinion. Because in virtually every aspect of life, I can't imagine a situation in terms of something that affects the actual mainstream population where if you discriminate against a group of people like that just because of your, I guess, inability to make something that's actually fair and reasonable, people wouldn't tolerate that. I mean, imagine that. Let's just say it's something like race related or something like that. Oh, there's, quote, terrorists, people of this skin color that I see in the media. So just to be safe, I'm gonna ban everybody of this certain skin color. I mean, who would accept that? They wouldn't, correct? Or you can even use it with, I don't know, materials like electronics and all that. Okay, this one person used this camera in general to spy on somebody, so anything with a camera in general is banned. That includes like your smartphone because it's easier. No one would do that. I always find it odd when I see people, in a sense, justifying a regulation that is fundamentally illegal or discriminating against a group of people. I think that the best example would be that FAA registration in the beginning. If you guys remember that, they had no legal authority or power to do what they did, to force everyone to actually do that. And there were a lot of people saying, oh, who cares? They're the whatever, like the FAA, they made the rule. It's only a couple of bucks. I think that was the biggest argument. It's only a couple of bucks, but at the end of the day, it was taken to court and it was illegal what they did, so they had to stop it. Alright, see you guys later.